Hi, good Tuesday. Thanks for being here on another rainy day in the neighborhood. We've got more to come. An updated forecast includes a flood watch in effect through late tonight, and that will not be the end of the precipitation. A little break in the action tomorrow as a cold front settles to our southeast. However, we've got another system traveling this way, and that will give us some more potential for heavy rain and some thunderstorms. I'll cover that in more detail. Headlines tonight will, of course, include a shooting that happened last night at a residence on Puncheon involving a current candidate for McGoffin County Judge Executive. McGoffin County Board of Education either meeting as I speak, if you're watching the early show, or just wrapping up a meeting where they were discussing changing their policy of masking in schools and some other items. I will have a report, I do believe, before I leave you, a brief report on at least a portion of last night's Salyersville City Council meeting and highlights from the 57th District girls games from last night. 2 round 1 games, the Hornets in the first, and of course Paintsville and Central in the second. The second started and ended and felt like a championship game throughout. A lot of highlights from both games, and I'll get to all of that as well. We'll go ahead and begin with the top story this evening. Former McGoffin County Schools Superintendent and former and current McGoffin County Judge Executive candidate Carter Whitaker was charged early this morning with the shooting in the chest of another McGoffin County man. The 68-year-old Whitaker has been charged with 1 count of assault in the first degree and has since bonded out of the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. While Post 9 of the state police has released an official press release on the matter detailing the events, the arrest citation penned by Trooper Dustin Thompson, who responded to the incident, gives a little bit further detail. It was around 10 after 3 this morning when the trooper responded to a residence on Puncheon off of Route 7 owned by Carter Whitaker after a report came in to 911 that Carter Whitaker had shot a Christopher Barnett in the arm at Whitaker's residence. The trooper says he actually arrived to find that Barnett had suffered a single gunshot wound to his chest instead of his arm, and that the victim was talking but bleeding, as he described, profusely from his chest. The victim stating that he didn't want to talk about what happened and that he was fearful that he was dying as a result of his wounds. EMS arrived moments later and transported Barnett from the scene to an area hospital, after which Trooper Thompson interviewed 3 witnesses, a Lloyd Prater and a Terrell Sanders. Mr. Sanders, stating that he, along with Prater, the victim, and Whitaker were all sitting together when they were surprised, according to Sanders and Prater, to hear a gunshot at random. Sanders stated that he immediately fell to the floor out of fear, not knowing why the gun had been fired or why Whitaker, he said, would have shot Barnett. As for Lloyd Prater, she stated to the officer that at one point during the evening, Whitaker had left the room and went and got a gun from a drawer, telling her that he felt that Barnett was going to cause him harm, but she convinced Whitaker to put the gun back. Prater also said that she felt Whitaker had consumed too much alcohol and was under the influence and would normally not have done such a thing. As for Whitaker's statements to police, they were brief in the report, at least, saying that Whitaker stated to the officer that he did not know what had happened or why it had happened. And from there he was taken to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center and booked on 1 count of assault in the first degree, which is, of course, a felony. He was lodged at 5:35 and posted a $50,000 cash bond at 11:20 this morning. As for the victim, his family has indicated that he is expected to recover after a lengthy period. A quick COVID update before I get to the rest of our headlines, of which you heard we have many. State and local numbers tonight kind of showing a bit of back and forth, at least in some. Again, just to recap, as I did last night, real quickly, top right of your screen, previous cases going back over the past 4 weeks before this one. 22nd through the 28th of January, we hit a 264 record, then beat that record with 270 the following week. The first full week of February, we dropped significantly from 270 to 169, then cut that in half approximately for the second full week of February last week, the 12th through the 18th, a total of 86. Now, we started off on a pretty good note this week. Saturday 13, Sunday 3. Yesterday we had 10 for a total of 26. However, today's 24 bumps us back up and nearly equals those 3 days. We'll have to wait and see how, of course, the remaining 3 days do to whether or not we'll see a decline this week over last. I can tell you right now that of those 24 cases today, 13 of them were in kids. We also understand that we have at least back to one person hospitalized and in serious, if not critical condition related to a COVID illness. And our total cases are knocking on the door of 4,000, even closer than they were yesterday at 3,989 for the county. Taking a quick look at our state incident rate map, color-wise, still the same. We had 2 yellow yesterday, 20 orange. We have 2 yellow today, 20 orange, and numbers are kind of back and forth. A lot of counties still seeing a decrease. A lot of them that were well over 100 are certainly well below. Magoffin County yesterday was at 84.6. Today we're down to 71.7. Johnson County yesterday was at 39.9, bumped up a couple of points today to 41.9. Floyd County also up a couple of points today to 123.6. So Magoffin County's numbers just for the 1 day, an increase from the previous 3 for this week, while our number has still gone down to 71.7. I expect with today's numbers that number will go back up a little bit, at least tomorrow. With that said, Kentucky's daily report showed 3,300 new cases today, which is still along the same trend that we've been in now for a couple of weeks. New deaths for the first time, I think, in a number of days, if not weeks, under the 20 mark. We might have had 1 day over the course of the past 2 or 3 weeks. It feels as though that we were under 20, and many were much higher than that. But 17 new deaths to report today. Positivity rating still over 12, but just barely at 12.18% for the state of Kentucky. I'll be right back. Parkway Pharmacy, as always, promises the quickest service with the very best care and prices, and to always have someone there to talk to when you have a question. With 3 pharmacists, curbside, drive-through, and call-ahead service. Parkway Pharmacy in Salyersville, 349-4400.
Where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
SSI and disability cases are harder to win these days. You need all the help you can get. If the government has turned you down, I will not. Many factors are considered when a claim is being processed, like your age, education, physical, and mental disabling conditions. When it comes time to winning your disability case, you should not face a federal judge alone. You need an attorney who is experienced, determined, hardworking, knowledgeable, and dedicated to helping you win benefits that you deserve. If you need help with your SSI or disability case, call me, Donald Wayne McFarland, and let me go to work for you.
My name is Tony Allen, and I'm a candidate for Magoffin County Clerk. Just as my family and I have served you at our restaurant, the Farmhouse Diner, we will be there to serve you in the clerk's office. You will be greeted with a smile. The office will be organized, neat, inviting, and we will do all we can to help everyone, regardless of your party, last name, or how you vote. We will be open during lunch, and we will have a long evening each week for folks who get in late. We will be open every other Saturday and have a plan to better serve the elderly in our community. I'm fighting to win this election and the trust of Magoffin County. I will not let you down, nor will I forget that the people chose me to be their clerk. Vote number 1 on the ballot, Big Tony Allen for Magoffin County Clerk.
Whether the new year brings you new dreams or you're working towards the same ones, let Salyersville National Bank help you build, bank, or save for them. Salyersville National has been helping dreams come true since 1902. Give them a call at the main location, 349-3131, or the branch, 6121. Call the pros. All Pro Gutter Works specializes in seamless gutters, vinyl siding, metal roofing, replacement doors and windows, remodeling or adding on to your home with free and fair estimates backed by decades of happy and return customers with guaranteed satisfaction and 18 months 0% financing. All Pro Gutter Works, 349-9999. The Salyersville City Council met last evening, a rather lengthy meeting for the council, well into an hour or so, one portion of which I'll pull an excerpt from tonight and more to come later. But Mayor Pete Shepard speaking about changes to the $214,000 in American Rescue Plan ARPA funds that the city had received. giving the city some more leniency as to how they can spend that money. Ordinarily, or rather originally, I should say, the money had been earmarked for use for very specific items in a very narrow list: culverts, wastewater, and the like. With Mayor Shepard saying, however, they have eased those restrictions and the city will be able to put those funds to much needed use.
Well, they've changed their mind, and what they've said is if the city council votes to, I looked at this 2 days ago and I forgot how to word it, that we are going to take a revenue loss over the next couple of years, that then we get to use the $214,000 for whatever we want to within guidelines, but it's not near as strict as what they were. And they will not be checking on what we want to spend the money on. That's what this.
Well, that'll make a whole lot of sense.
Road building and maintenance is on there, correct?
Yeah, road building and maintenance, yeah. We could pay, see, before it didn't have, we couldn't do blacktop it or nothing with that money or anything like that. Now we can. We can buy equipment.
That's good.
We can buy police equipment with it. There's a whole list of things that they won't let us use it for. Very few things we can't use it for. I think salaries is one thing, or raises, or no, we can do the bonuses still, but we can't use it for salary. I think was one of the big ones. So, but we can, like if we find a piece of equipment we want now, we can buy it. Not have to worry about it.
After a little further discussion, all council members voted to officially say that they would assume that the city would have any type of a revenue loss for the fiscal year. $1 up to $10 million is the scale that it would require for them to be allowed to use those funds. More city council coverage to come possibly as soon as tomorrow. The McGoffin County Board of Education started a special meeting at 5 o'clock to discuss mask mandates, their existing policy on the matter, and I believe the school calendar possibly as well. I literally left a camera covering that meeting, but do have a few details to share at this hour. That video from the meeting, this video from the meeting, is just in and unedited. However, I did just get off the phone with Superintendent of McGoffin County Schools, Chris Meadows, who did give me a few details about the meeting and some decisions made by the Board of Education. Effective tomorrow, masks will be optional for all students and staff. All students and staff will be able to decide on their own, or their families will, as well, of course, for students, as to whether or not they will wear a protective face covering at this particular time. This, however, does not include school transportation. Per federal guidelines, masks are still required to be worn on all school buses. So masks optional for at least the time being, hopefully forever, but for now, certainly, in the McGoffin County school system. I can also tell you that the board did vote to amend the school calendar, changing it from a day format to an hour format. In doing so, that will shorten the days number-wise by 4, with still the same education time, by 4 days, though, which will take the end of school date right now from June the 3rd to May the 27th. That is, of course, if there are no more days missed due to the weather, COVID, and the like, which is an unlikelihood. There are no more NTI days. All 10 have been used by the McGoffin County School District. So as of right now, the tentative date for the last day of school, May the 27th, pending any other sickness or weather conditions. Up next, a birthday, kicking off tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau Community Calendar. This message reads, happy belated birthday to, a happy belated 8th birthday to, mind you, Addison Carpenter. Love Mom and Dad, Skylar, Nana, Papa, Mimi, and Ricky. Happy 8th birthday, Addison. Happy birthday, Addison Carpenter. Happy birthday to you. This just in from the McGoffin County High School dance team. They're having a dance and cheer showcase February the 24th. That's Thursday. Just had to look on the calendar. 5:30, day after tomorrow, 6 o'clock. Doors open at 5:30. They're going to have dance jam tees that can be picked up that night. All proceeds will help send McGoffin County High School dance to state. They're going to have the Harold Whitaker dance team, McGoffin County High School dance, North McGoffin, South McGoffin, Salyersville Grade School cheer dance cheer dance from everyone is going to be there. And that's going to be this week, this Thursday night. Doors open at 5:30 and the show starts at 6. They hope to see you there. Remember, the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center is open Thursday evenings, 5 to 9 for basketball, just $2 per person. Pay at the door. It's open gym, back open at the newly renovated Lloyd M. Hall Community Center. Very nostalgic floor. It's beautiful. Special Olympic sign-ups are this Thursday at 6 at Salyersville City Hall. It's free. Everything absolutely free, start to finish, for your athlete 8 and older. Call 424-6302. If you can't be there, if you have any questions whatsoever, and call me when you have a calendar announcement so I can tell everyone about it. Most importantly, or as importantly certainly, those birthdays and anniversaries too. Nightly obituaries brought to you by McGoffin County Funeral Home include a reminder for services that will start at 1 o'clock this Thursday for Wanda Lee, Huff Laney, 74 of Salyersville, who passed away Sunday at the UK Medical Center. The daughter of the late William and Joyce Joy Gayhart Huff. She's survived by sons James Glenn Smith, Jeffrey Smith, and Jeremiah Love Smith, daughter Myra Joy Smith, her brother Glenn Darrell Huff, and sisters Liza Huff Vale, Juanita Huff Sizemore, 3 grandkids and 2 great-grandchildren. Funeral services Thursday at 1 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. Visitation will be tomorrow evening from 5 till 9.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. Forward pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at just $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text. Add 3 gigabyte of data for only $29.99 a month. 6 gigabyte of data, $39.99. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus, only $89.99, which has 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. All the features without the long-term commitment. It's forward pay because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Not everything has changed over the years. Frazier's Prater Drugstore is still your most trusted pharmacy, where you can get your prescription brought to you curbside or make your way to the counter for a snack, lunch, or an incredibly sweet treat. And check out Strings and Things inside the shack, the Radio Shack, musical instruments, guns, ammo, electronics, and more. It's as wonderfully unique of a shopping experience as is the selection at Frazier's Prater Drugstore in downtown Salyersville.
I'm Kelly Collins.
And I'm Taylor Shepard.
And we are with the Golden Law Office. We both began our legal careers in Lexington, representing the nation's largest insurance companies. This experience provided us with inside knowledge as to how the insurance company will defend your case.
We are now taking that knowledge and returning to our hometown in Eastern Kentucky.
As a partner at Golden Law Office, we are returning home to continue to help those hurt through no fault of their own. If you or a family member have been injured in an auto or truck accident, call Golden Law Office today.
Do you really want to get caught in this again on those tires? Get there in one piece and save. Conley Tires got specials going on right now through the end of March, like $100, even $200 back on a set of Goodyears. And get those tires, brakes, service, whatever you need with 6 months no-interest financing. Conley Tire in Staffordsville or conleytire.net.
I'm Kelly Collins from Golden Law Office. I began my legal career in Lexington, representing some of the nation's largest insurance companies. This experience provided me with the inside knowledge as to how the insurance company will prepare to defend your case. I'm now taking that knowledge and returning to my hometown in Eastern Kentucky to help those hurt through no fault of their own. If you or a family member have been injured in an auto or truck accident, call Golden Law Office today.
All right, coverage from last night's first round action, both girls games in the 57th District Tournament at Johnson Central. Let's go, of course, with Game 1. The number 4 seeded McGoffin County Lady Hornets taking on the first seeded Martin County Cardinals. McGoffin County knew what they had before them. They had met Martin County, of course, twice in the regular season. Martin County undefeated in the 57th District coming into that game last night, and the opposite for our Lady Hornets. I rolled in at the second quarter after I left you, and when I did, I found the Lady Hornets fending off the Cardinals quite well. I roll in, it's 14-4. McGoffin County is down 10, 4:50 left to go in the second quarter, but McGoffin County goes on a run. Kara Reisner with the long jumper, and then Kara Lafferty shoots it over to Kennedy Williams for the 3 ball. And Jalen McCarty forces the turnover at 45 seconds left to go in the half, and Lafferty with the bounce to Mullis for the foul. And Mullis was on all night from the free throw line, all night long. And these 2 freebies cut the Lady Cards lead to 3 with 35 seconds in the half. Leaving Martin County to dribble off the clock and try to stop the bleeding, and Lakin Williams goes for the 3. It's short, and Katie Markham cleans it up at the buzzer. So we're at 16-11, Martin County at the half. Martin County outscored Magawa County 12-2 in the first quarter, but Magawa County won the second one 9-4. The third 8 minutes, however, was all Lady Cardinals, doubling down on Magawa County, outscoring them 23-10 in the third. With Jalen McCarty, though, and Angel Mullis keeping them close early on in the third quarter, Mullis was 12 of 13 from the free throw line at the night. She had 24 points on the game. But those 13 points more for Martin County added up to a 39-21 deficit going into the fourth quarter that Magawa County just could not claw their way out of. The Lady Hornets outscored Martin County 17-13 in the fourth, but it just wasn't enough. Final score, 52-38. Martin County will advance on to the championship round Thursday night at 7, and of course again at Johnson Central, and of course also is assured a spot at the 15th region. While the Lady Hornets will hang it up with their heads high, they have been entertaining and a great team to represent Magawa County all season long, but will do so with a 7-24 run. Now, who will Martin County face in that championship? That question to be answered now. And this one felt like the championship game from start to finish. Out of the gate, it was nothing but threes on both ends of the court. The very first 9 baskets, all 3-pointers. 4 3-pointers for Paintsville, and 3 for Johnson Central and the Lady Golden Eagles. This is in the first quarter. And at the end of the first, you add the 1 free throw that Central made, and it was a 10-12 ball game with Paintsville up by 2. And the threes kept coming in the second quarter. Hayden to Kenner. Back out to Hayden. Followed by Emily Priest. Called for contact with Amy Stambo, and Stambo makes her 3 the hard way, as Clara Blair and the Lady Eagles outscore Paintsville 12-5 in the second 8 minutes to lead at the half by 5, 22-17. The third quarter was all even. They both scored 12 apiece, so let's just skip it and go to where the fourth quarter gets even more exciting, as Central starts the fourth up 5 and then starts to push. Becca Wright takes this one all the way home right before Kenner nets the 3. And the next trip down, a Central miss is grabbed by Priest, and it's a quick dash by Kenner. Backed out to Hayden from 2 feet behind the arc is 36-35 Central, and seconds later, Wright's on the drive, and that equals a 3-point Eagle lead. Now at the 5:20 mark, Central still up 3, and Cameron Hilton, another monster 3, puts Central on the move, and Blair takes it right back. The Tigers can't hit on the return, and it's Blair with the rebound. And Blair from up top, 47-41, Central leads at 4:42. And I bet you can guess what's coming next. Another 3? Yep, Priest over to Kenner, and it's good. And on that one's heels, another 3. This one is all Vinoy's, keeping the Eagles up +6 at the 3:30 mark. Now, down to the 1:30 mark. Blair into Wright, keeps Central up by 5. And it's still a 5-point game down at the 62nd mark until Hayden, all alone up top, irons this one home. From there, the Tigers foul Central on the inbound, McKenzie just misses the front end of the 1-and-1, and Emily Priest shows no pressure and nets another monster three, and the Tigers have taken the lead with under a minute to go. It's 54-55 Paintsville, and a turnover puts them back in the driver's seat, and Central has to foul as time ticks away. .30 seconds to go. Helton. One and done. And two, and on the move. Putting Paintsville 3 points ahead. And this one looks like it might be going back to Paintsville. The Tigers have to foul on the inbound to get the ball back and keep the lead. Wright steps up to the stripe. Drills them both. And with 14 seconds left to go in this game, Central has to foul. Helton's at the stripe. Misses this one, though, and Central has time. And here it is. Final score, 57-56. Paintsville locks out Central for the season, a 3-0 run against the Eagles, and will roll on into the championship round against Martin County. 18-11 right now in the season for Paintsville, 5-2 in the 57th. Central hangs it up at 6-20 and 2-5. And that takes us to first-round boys action tonight. Johnson Central 15-9 going at Paintsville 18-7 in the first and only game tonight at 7. And that, of course, means that Martin County and our McGoffin County Hornets will face off in the second of the two first rounds tomorrow night. Also at 7, girls championship will be Thursday night at 7, boys Friday at 7. Now, let's take a moment, talk about your Licking Valley RECC outlook, where much of the 7-day has still got shades of green with shades of white at the end. Maybe not the X, but the pin dropped there marks the spot where we're still seeing some light precipitation. The rain's kind of come and gone and come back, and it will continue to come back over the rest of your evening. A flood watch in effect through late tonight. A cold front from the northwest bringing another round of showers. Maybe a few thunderstorms, not seeing so many right now, but we could see some heavy rain. It will be heavier at times, so keep that in mind. A break tomorrow as the cold front settles to our southeast, but another system traveling northeast will start to impact the area tomorrow night. And Thursday, more rain, maybe a few more thunderstorms. Here's your 7-day. 45 degrees tonight for the low. Showers, possibly some thunderstorms, mainly before 5 a.m. Temperatures falling to 45. Winds out of the southwest, 7 to 22 right now. Looks to be a pretty good estimate. Maybe a half inch of rain on the high side unless we get under some of those quick downpours, thunderstorms that could develop. So just some more rain. I think we should be very well used to it by now. And more tomorrow. We'll see 30% chance of showers early, like around up until about 8 or so. That break that I spoke of will hit about 50, 55 there on Thursday, but I think about 50 tomorrow. And then rain tomorrow night will ramp back up, maybe a quarter of an inch on the high side tomorrow night, and then another half inch or better on your Thursday as we still have clouds and rain and showers in the mix, hitting about 55 for daytime highs on your Thursday. Then temperatures start to drop back again. And for your Friday, they should fall to about 48 for daytime highs. Rain likely again on your Friday to the tune of about 70% after a rainy night Thursday night. I think by Friday afternoon, late Friday night, we'll start to dry up, just be mostly cloudy and a low of 25 degrees. And Saturday actually looks to be partly sunny, calm, and not too bad temperature-wise, 43. Hopefully we'll get out of this unscathed as far as the flooding is concerned. So with that, the first half of your weekend looks to be pretty nice. It will start off on a dry note precipitation-wise, but then there's that next round of precipitation and a front giving us snow chances, light snow chances right now. Saturday night with a low of 30, 20%. Sunday 44, mostly cloudy, a 40% chance of snow. Monday, cold air again, 34, partly sunny, 32 partly sunny on your Tuesday. We'll hold on to at least a slight snow chance all the way through the end of your 7-day. And that's it. 2 days into a very busy reporting week. Hope to see you back here for the next. For now, good night, and thank you for watching.